This rehab institutions is a civil organization, so they are not asking for a lot of money. Actually, most of these children are in a very vulnerable economic situation, but some others have families with money. So there is a mixture in between poor guys and middle class guys, but most of them are not from the city, from Jalisco. They are coming from other cities in Mexico, and that is happening because some of them are linked with the drug dealers. So drug dealers sometimes follow them. So the family try to hide them, look for a safe place, and usually some of them are coming from far away to stay there to recover. And they have to stay, if they follow the program properly, they must be there 3 months to have all the disintoxication process at the end. And if they are doing well, if they have a good behavior, they can go home 1 week and then come back. There are some deals that they can, some privilege or some agreements that they can have if they have a good behavior. I don't want to miss. Yes, sure.
Are they born addicted, or the little children are addicted to drugs? Is that what?
Yes, they don't. I don't think most of them born addicted. I think they become, because as you know, we are really good producers for berries, for many things, avocados, but also for marijuana, for other things. So it's really common now, and I'm sad to say this. It's very common that the economy of some families are completely around drugs. Some, maybe the father sells drug or moves drug. Maybe it's not consuming, but it's moving drug, or is selling, or is working like someone who is taking care of the police. There is such a big complexity about the movement of drugs in Mexico now. Not only to export or import some incomes for developing synthetic drug, is also to move the drug inside the cities, the communities. It's all a criminal organization, very complex. So some of these children are very linked with this kind of networks. Maybe because the family, some of them told me that the uncle is the drug seller in that place, or the father is growing marijuana, or things like that. So it's a very vulnerable situation, the situation that they have. So the family is trying to do something without changing the most important. So they put the guys there. Some other guys are growing in family, it's not linked with in a drug network, but they are consuming because they are growing in lonely, the mother is working, the father is working, and they are alone most of the time, or growing with the grandmother, things like that. And in these cases, they are not poor guys, but they are alone. They're growing alone, and they are having this free access to money and to buy drugs. And well, this is a very hard situation. Some others are coming from pandillas, you know, gangs, yes. And some of them have tattoos, and they are between 8 and 16 years old. That is the age that in this institution have. So there is not more, there is almost children. And some of them have committed different kind of delitos, crimes. Yes, like adults. but they have the chance to recover in these kind of institutions. So, let me see. So, to know what we are facing, because we don't know how deeply is the problem with them, because you know, when you are a drug consumer, you are so young, like these guys, the good develop of the brain stops, and most of them have some psychological problems or neuropsychological de retraso. Ay. ¿Eh? Retraso psicológico, retraso cognitivo. Like I write it, but I forgot. Well, they are not developing well, and their capacities are less than other children in the same age. So this is a deal because some of these guys, you are explaining something and they lost very easily the attention, but it's because the damage that they have. Some of them are including the way they speak loud and they walk like this. And it's maybe the culture, the street culture also, but we notice that they have to make a big effort, organize an idea and say it. It's very clear for us. So these kind of guys, it's amazing how they are improving their communication